Hello everyone, welcome to SAT Math. This is chapter 3, part 11. Here we will be learning about absolute value equations. So first of all, you must have seen, generally when we put the two vertical lines about any number, these two vertical lines indicate the absolute value. Now what is the meaning of the absolute value of a particular number? So when we say the absolute value of a number, it is just a distance on the number line between the graph of the number and the origin. Just like in this one you can see, here you can see over here, look at this. This is minus 3, absolute value of minus 3 is equal to 3. Why? Where is minus 3? Here. So what is the distance of this particular number on the graph from the origin? So distance from here to here is 3. So that is why the absolute value of minus 3 is 3, because the distance from the origin to minus 3 is 3. In the same way, absolute value of 3 is also 3, because the distance on the right side, when we are talking about the distance, it is just the magnitude. So distance is also 3 over here. So in both the cases, whether it is absolute value of minus 3 or it is absolute value of 3, answer is going to be 3 only. Or you can say absolute value of 5 is also 5. In the same way, absolute value of minus 5 is also 5. Absolute value always gives the answer as the positive for any particular number. But when we talk about the absolute value function, that is a little bit different. So when we say the absolute value function, it is denoted by absolute value of x. This is also known as the modulus function, and in short form we call it as a mod x. So the meaning of this function is, it gives two answers. When x is greater than or equal to 0, it gives the answer as x. When x is less than 0, it gives the answer as minus x. Now what does that mean actually? If I say absolute value of, let's say, 7, now how the absolute value function will open this? It will see what is the value of this number inside this absolute value. Is it positive or negative? So the number in the absolute value, you can see 7 is a positive number. We are 100% sure it is positive. So it is talking about the first case. So in this case, what will happen? The absolute value of x becomes x only, means the absolute value, these two vertical lines will be removed directly, and you will be getting the answer as directly 7. But when we say this, although you know the answer is going to be 7, but how? This time absolute value of minus 7. Now you will see this is minus 7, right? Minus 7 is less than 0. So in the case of less than 0, the absolute value of x will open with minus x. Minus means there is a one extra minus sign. This extra minus sign absolute value will provide to it to become positive. It will open like this, minus x. X is the same thing which is written inside the absolute value. There is you can see this red color minus sign is the extra minus sign absolute value has provided to minus 7 to make positive. So that is how it become positive. So whenever the number inside the absolute value is negative, one extra minus sign is being provided by the absolute value to make it positive, because negative times negative is positive. If it is already positive, he will leave. But if it is negative, he will give one extra negative sign just to say be positive. Take one extra negative sign and become positive. That's how the absolute value works. But the situation is, if you don't know, what will happen? Suppose if I say, to solve anything, to solve the equation, if I say absolute value of x is equal to a. Now, right now, I don't know what is the x over here, right? If you don't know, then you always have to make the cases. So case number 1, I am assuming that x is greater than or equal to 0. I am assuming over here because I don't know, so I am assuming two cases. In the case number 1, I am assuming that x is greater than or equal to 0. So in this case, absolute value will open with x only, so x equal to a. This is the answer for this. And the case number 2, here I am assuming that x is negative. If x is negative, so how the absolute value will open? With a minus x sign. So it will open with minus x equal to a, so x equals to minus a. Now we will be combine both the answers. So if you combine both the answers, so we can say x is equal to plus or minus a. So it means this is the shortcut over here. Whenever we are having absolute value equation and whatever expression is written inside it, if this is equal to some particular number, so directly to open it by plus minus. Open the absolute value with the plus minus and solve both the cases. But again remember, the important thing, the absolute value cannot be negative. It can be 0, but it cannot be negative. It cannot be negative means if something is absolute value of x is equal to minus 3, so you will say distance cannot be equal to minus 3, right? So it is no solution. It is not possible because this number is negative over here. It has to be positive or 0. Let's solve these particular absolute values equation. So directly shortcut we are going to use. This is equal to 7. So we will open it with two cases, 3x minus 5 equal to 7 or 3x minus 5 equals to minus 7. Once with 7 and once with minus 7. Solve this. 7 plus 5 is 12. X equals to 4. Negative 7 plus 5 is negative 2. So x equals to negative 2 by 3. So these are the two answers for this first equation. In the second equation, this is equal to 0. So you will open it like this. X plus 3 is equal to plus minus 0. Plus minus 0 is nothing but a 0 only. So here we will say x equals to minus 3, like this. Similarly, in the third equation, mod of x minus 8 is equal to negative 3. Negative is not possible over here. X minus 8 is equal to minus 3. This cannot be negative, right? So we will say simply no solution. We don't have any answer for this. And if you look at the graph, how the graph of absolute value looks like, it looks like this. For the absolute value function, this is y equal to x in the first one and y is equal to x. When x is negative on the left hand side, y is equal to minus x. When x is positive, y is equal to plus x. So you can see this is the lowest point is 0. It cannot be negative. That is why the domain is all real number, but the range is only 0 to infinity. So I hope you have understood the absolute value. So in the next video, we are going to cover the practice questions related to it. So if you have any doubt in the concept or any question, send your doubt over this my WhatsApp number, and on this mail ID also you can connect with me. Thank you for watching this.